Monday morning, everybody. You're looking live in Studio 12A's control room. The brains behind the operation hanging out in there. Director Craig, I just hung him out to dry in a cut-in for the Today Show. I left my microphone off. News 101, man. This is the stuff they teach you first day of school. Turn your microphone on. Dropping the ball. It just feels like a slow start to the day because I was in Vegas this weekend, or last weekend. See, I'm still living in Vegas. I'm in Vegas time. The time's the same, but it's not.
But it's not.
I was there for the first weekend of the tournament celebrating my little brother's birthday. They're just packing up and leaving town right now, but my brain is still there. Like, I'm thinking about sports.
What time did you guys get back yesterday?
Like 8 o'clock at night, 7:30 at night. It's tough dragging 22, 23-year-olds out of a casino. Just tough. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I actually saw a couple of viewers there. I got recognized in one of the sports books.
Oh, cool.
That was weird when you hear the Paul and you're like, who? What?
In Vegas?
This guy named Ray. I said, Ray, what are you doing here? And he goes, March Madness. And I said, well, brother, we're here for the same reason.
Yeah.
But I don't know if your bracket's looking okay. Ours still has 11 of the 16 teams left in the Today and AZ bracket. That's not great considering how things have shaped out so far, but it's good for us. It really is. We lost our champion on day one last year. So
I was lowering the bar for you guys way low.
We're lowering the bar even further with our dessert bracket challenge. If you participated in that yet,
this is one I can get in
right
on.
now. Yeah, we want your opinion on this. Today in the classics bracket. Donuts versus cupcakes. The homemade region, you could think of it this way. You make the stuff at home. Maybe not so donuts, but it's a classic comfort food. You can vote right now. Who survives and advances? We had apple pie advance on the show this morning. Most of the top seeds faring pretty well. I think that's just a testament to the guy who drew up this bracket. Whoever he is. He's
I was happy to see cannoli was a winner.
Yeah, I know. You were delighted at that.
I'm very delighted.
Well, who you got today? Donuts or cupcakes?
Cupcakes all the way.
Really?
All the way.
Why? I'm going to poke holes in your theory here.
I actually don't like donuts.
At all?
I'm not a big fan of donuts.
Not even, like, not one particular one?
Not really.
Is it like a texture or a taste or just like
taste
caloric
thing.
allotment thing? You don't want to waste them on something that doesn't taste good?
No, just the taste, I think.
Okay.
The cupcakes are just, they're just so perfect.
The worst cupcake
frosting
versus the best donut.
Worst cupcake? Well, there's bad cupcakes on this earth?
All right, fair enough.
We remember during the Phoenix Open we had the vegan cupcakes. It was margarita, lime.
Speaking of bad cupcakes.
I didn't make it.
I would think it'd be great.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
not as fluffy as a traditional cupcake, but it was still, it's supposed to be a little better for
It's amazing what cream cheese frosting will do, though.
Okay, so what are you picking?
I'm not a donut or a cupcake guy per se, but I would choose to advance donuts in this instance because you can have a really good donut. To me, cupcakes are always unsatisfactory. Like it's a mess, first of all, because you got the wrapper. You got to take the wrapper off, and then it's a lap full of crumbs. That's step one. Step two, I prefer a muffin if we're talking about baked goods inside a wrapper, because then you could eat the top. The top's the best part. There's a whole Seinfeld episode on this. Cupcakes are the poor man's muffin. It's like the muffin, but not the good part.
But didn't you see how some people, or haven't you seen how some people eat the cupcake where they cut it in half and they put the bottom part on top of the frosting and it's like a sandwich?
Get out of here.
Yeah, and it's easy.
Wow.
I've never seen this sorcery.
Yes.
That's just wasting time. Just bite in, dig in, get a little messy. Come on, guys.
Donuts off to an early start right now. You know, we got much more to get to this morning on Today in AZ, including an ICYMI in case you missed it on the show today. We talked about apple pie as part of our dessert bracket. We're also talking about Apple, the tech company. Check this out. I want your opinion on it.
It's the talk of the tech world. Apple is hosting another special event today. Here are the facts that we know right now. They're expected to unveil a new subscription television service, putting them in direct competition with Netflix and Amazon. It's set to offer series and movies from the likes of Oprah Winfrey, Steven Spielberg, Jennifer Aniston. Oh, that's right. She's doing that movie about like a television news show. Not a movie.
Don't steal my thunder, Jen.
The announcement is scheduled for 10 a.m. today. We would love to hear what you think about another streaming service. Another one.
I don't need another one.
You know what? A lot of people are doing the whole cord cutting thing, but then they're going to these streaming services, and when you start adding them up, it's the same exact price.
Or more.
Or more.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless you're using your parents, which who would do that?
Or your ex-boyfriend or girlfriends. Who would do that?
Oh, not me.
Do you know your Netflix password, Vanessa?
It's not my password.
That's what I thought. A lot of those streaming services, you almost need to be on the family plan.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the only way it's cost effective.
I mean, why not share? They allow you, like, what, on Netflix, 4 different accounts?
I think it's 4 devices. It used to be more than
yeah.
that.
So my cousin was like, here you go, take it. I'm like, okay.
Thanks, cuz. You're judging. I feel like you're judging us pretty hard here about the streaming
nope.
service, password sharing.
No, I'm just dreaming of cupcakes right now.
She's hard on the dessert bracket challenge. She's focused, laser focused on it. I don't think that there's room in the marketplace for another streaming service. I feel this overwhelming like societal pressure, whether it's imagined or not, to like catch up on the latest thing.
Yeah.
And I am so far behind on all the things.
Yeah.
And part of that is sports. I watch a lot of live sports, and it's, you know, obviously this time of year, it's college basketball
Right.
time. It's not Netflix time for me. But even when I get back to Netflix, I still have the last season of House of Cards to get to. I have season 2 and soon to be season 3 of Stranger Things. Whatever weekly movie comes out that you're supposed to see, in addition to all these other shows, like, and that's just one service. Like, forget Hulu, forget about anything. Like, it's just too much. Yeah. Like, it's just overload to me.
It is.
Do you feel that way? Let us know what you think in the comments section. I just feel like there are too many options. There's a plethora of riches.
Right.
An embarrassment of riches.
Not only that, then you have a new app on your phone.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, you can have Netflix on your phone, you have Hulu on your phone, all this stuff. So it's like your phone is just filling up with different apps. Like, it's like, it makes me, like, get anxiety.
I hear you.
I get anxiety from having too many apps on my phone.
Fabian pops in the comment section to say, I forgot to fill out a bracket.
Oh, no.
Fabian, let me ask you a question. Is that not in some way like really relieving? Because I used to feel that way about fantasy football. So I played like 2 or 3 leagues every year for years. And then one year I just didn't. And it's like this weight has been lifted off of you. And it's like, you know what? It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. And I feel like it's like that for bracketology too. There was one year I didn't fill out a bracket. And so like every day someone is like, oh man, I had them going to the Elite Eight. Or like, oh, did you see that upset? I didn't, and I don't care. And it's awesome. So, Fabian, I hope you're feeling that little relief this morning.
Actually, filling out one has made me watch the games. I watched the Duke game yesterday.
There you go.
That was pretty crazy at the end.
Almost got upset. Taco Fall.
And Taco, man, he is a huge guy. What, 6'7"?
7'6".
Oh, 7'6".
Strike
backwards.
that, reverse it.
Wow.
Even
Yeah, he is like,
Holy moly.
and all he has to do is reach up to the basket and puts the ball in there.
Mike, let's walk through our picks real quick on the Today in AZ Bracket Challenge. We had something like 140 brackets or close to it in our bracket group. So shout out to all of you, especially if you're watching right now and you're in our challenge. I want to know how you're doing. Pop into the comment section and let us know. We're 83rd right now out of all the brackets in our group.
Okay.
Not good, but we do have 11 of the Sweet 16 correct. Jimmy got 3 out of the 4. He had Mississippi State instead of Virginia Tech, which actually advanced. I had 3 out of the 4 in my region. I had Buffalo instead of Texas Tech. That's what I get for believing in the MAC. Over here, Vanessa did not fare quite as well, but you still got 2 alive, and both of those 2 are in the Final Four. So if Virginia and Tennessee win, you're looking golden, securing points for us down the line. 3 out of the 4 coming out of Emma's region are still there, too. North Carolina, Houston, Kentucky. She had Kansas instead of Auburn. But we're still in great shape. We got all of our Final Four still alive. Okay. We got both of our championship teams and the title winner, Duke, thanks in part to Taco Fall and company not being able to get it done yesterday. So, you know, I dare say that I like the way it looks right now. We have the top person in our bracket group on ESPN right now. At the very top there, you see the percentile all the way to the right. It says 99.5, I think. This guy has one of the best brackets in the entire like ESPN bracket challenge.
Wow.
He's got 15 out of the 16 teams left. 3 of the top 3 right there in the tournament challenge have 15 out of the 16 left. That's pretty impressive. You guys should be placing bets for me next time I go to Vegas. I'm going to give you a call.
Was it a madhouse out there? For March?
It was in some ways. Yeah. I mean, but like the way that like 30-something guys do Vegas and the way that like 20-something girls do Vegas is just different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how often you go out there. I go a couple times a year, but it's like I want to be in a sports book and I want to have a drink in my hand and like do some gambling and relax.
Right.
Like, I feel like some people do Vegas
Yeah, that's not how
completely differently.
Yeah.
It's like, so Crystal, where are you going today? Oh, well, I'm going to Lil Wayne's pool party at Dre's Beach Club.
Yeah.
And then me and the girls are going to go see a show. And it's like, no, forget that.
Yeah,
I
a
want
nice
none of
dinner.
that on my plate.
Yeah, and then you go to the after hours at Dre's too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I went with my brother and 2 of his friends, and we had a conversation like that with some strangers. And my brother's reaction was the exact as mine. It was just like, that sounds like a whole bunch of stuff I don't want to do. Like, we're not interested in any of your agenda. Like, you go do you. We're going to do Vegas our own way. So.
Wait, did you guys check out the hamburger joint that my co-host told you about, Mike Bauer from the D-backs?
No.
He gave you guys some.
Yeah, recommendations in Vegas are cool and everything. Even though that was right next to us, we could have checked that out theoretically.
He said it was an amazing burger.
Yeah.
And it was open after hours, like so late if you get that.
See, my problem in Vegas is like just eating right. Like I eat to survive. I feel like in Las Vegas, like you eat cheeseburgers because I've got time for a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? Like some people eat well in Las Vegas. I've never been that guy.
I don't know who eats
very
well in
poorly.
Vegas. I mean, unless you're going to a nice.
I mean, like
obviously,
fine
restaurant.
dining. Yeah.
Okay, that. I thought you meant like healthy.
Fancy steaks.
Okay,
and
yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Not like the 99-cent nacho bar. You know what I mean? Like the other side of the spectrum.
Speaking of eating well, Heather says cupcakes. She's
Voting for
with you.
cupcakes. Let's pop the poll back up. How are we looking right now in the dessert bracket challenge? Oh, it's even. Your vote makes a difference. Go to 12news.com/yourvoice right now and vote because we're coming down to the nitty gritty. How much time we got left in the show? Like less than 10 minutes. So you got to get things figured out here. Also, bracket related news. Karen says she's got the Zags going all the way.
Okay.
All 4-1 seeds still alive. That's possible. Good morning to Sean, who's watching. Steve popped by to say ASU hockey team made the NCAA tournament just 3 years into D1. Shout out to the Sun Devils, by the way, because I know how tough that is to do. To get into the NCAA tournament in hockey, not like it is in basketball. And it's tough enough in basketball. That's very impressive what the Sun Devils are doing out there in Tempe. So shout out to them. Also heard they got a Quiz Bowl team that's doing really well. So shout out to the Quiz Bowlers.
I thought the ladies, didn't they do well? The ASU team?
You're talking about the curling team from earlier in the show?
No. Over the weekend, they said the ladies team.
Oh, the women's basketball team. Yeah. So they're in the Sweet 16 for the second straight, or the first time since 2015, I believe. Yeah, they won the last second by 2 points last night against Miami. So props to the Sun Devil ladies. Let's get some fresh squeezed juice on the show, huh?
Good morning, JoJo. JoJo said good morning.
You want to do some fresh squeezed juice?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
All right. At first glance, these dogs may look like best friends, but they're much more. 11-year-old Charlie has been blind since losing his vision from glaucoma, so 4-month-old Maverick became his seeing eye pup or guide dog. The owners wanted to get a puppy so their newborn would grow up with a dog, but little did they know that the two pups would create this type of bond. Look it!
A seeing eye dog for a dog.
Oh, they could be like the best of friends, right? I love it. Very cute.
Oh.
I mean, how much?
I'm just awing over.
Look at like two dogs and the baby. Like seriously,
it was
great
National
video.
Puppy Day over
on
the weekend.
Saturday.
That was the 22nd. Yeah. Weird that we would know that.
Isn't it crazy how these national holidays are like big and trending all over social media? I love it. So great
I want
story.
the puppy, please.
JoJo said lemon-filled jelly donuts. Those are good donuts.
See.
Here we go.
No, you struck a nerve.
You put jelly donuts versus cupcakes. Give me cupcakes. I don't want jelly in my donuts.
It's coming over to my side now.
You know, I think they have to fill them with just the right amount of filling versus like a whole bunch, because then it takes over, and then that's where it gets messy. You bite into it.
Yeah.
It's that right combination.
That's all we have to say about that.
Yeah. It's Monday.
What are you guys up to today? Hit me up in the comment section. Can we look at the 7-day real quick, actually, if you guys can pull it up in the control room?
Do I have that on my
Oh, you might
graphic?
not.
I do!
Because we're in the time now where it's like, oh, we're in Arizona still. You know what I mean? Like, once you get that first 90 out of the way, it's like, all right, here we go.
It's a home stretch. Yeah, so today's the warmest of the year so far. And in fact, we haven't seen a temperature like that since late October. So today we're going to be feeling it. Then the mercury keeps climbing higher. Tomorrow, 90 degrees. Okay, so typically we would slap the first 90 in the 7-day forecast right around the end of the month. So it's, you know, just the breaks this time of year. We would expect to see it here. It's not a record breaker, though. Tomorrow's record's 100 degrees, set back in 1988. And that's actually the earliest triple-digit reading for any calendar year for Phoenix. And it's going to be really cloudy all the way through, Tuesday and Wednesday, but we're still well above average throughout this entire 7-day forecast, even when the sun does return. Some breezy weather, but really no wild cards here for us, no chances for rain. It's just that sun beating down, doing its job.
Well, that's great weather for wrapping up spring training season.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wrapping up this week.
Now the UV index, though, so if you're going to be out at a game, it's going to be up to very high, which means your skin can burn in as little as 15 minutes if it's unprotected. So you got to grab the sunblock, reapply the sunblock, and I've bored Paul to death with my weather.
He just took off.
I'm still here.
Don't forget the D-backs are taking on the White Sox tonight at Chase Field. So we're back at Chase Field for wrapping up spring training season. The game's at 6:40, and then tomorrow is a day game at 12:40. So make those plans
Go
to get to
D-backs.
your last spring training game.
And the
for
home
D-backs.
opener
The
is
home
coming
opener
up.
is the 5th.
The 5th?
April 5th against the. Why can't I think? I just went through a blank.
I'm gonna save you by
Monday.
walking in front of the screen like Bigfoot.
Not the. Oh my gosh, the Reds. We're playing something. I'm gonna have a blank. But anyways, it's gonna be a great game.
You want to make it official? This is a permanent marker, so there's no going back. Once I uncork it, we decide who survives and advances. We ready?
Go.
Are we going to do it? We have
I'm
the
only
poll
ready
on
if
last
Cupcakes
time.
is taking the
Any last-second cupcake votes to
Jim
save the
said
day?
donuts all the way.
Oh, it's so close. Wait, can I log on?
Do you want me to? Am I stalling? Am I stalling for the purpose of cupcakes? right now?
Okay.
For the survival of cupcakes?
Give the viewers what they want. They want donuts.
It's changing right now. There are people voting that are trying to influence the decision. They're trying to sway this election at the last second. I'm going to give you 15 seconds, people at home. If you go to 12news.com/yourvoice and spam the cupcake button, you might change what I write down. You got 10 seconds to do it. This is some high leverage TV right here.
This is nail biting. I'm on
5
the edge of my
seconds.
seat.
If it doesn't change in 5 seconds, I'm going for it. That's it. Donuts survives and advances, another top seed in the Classics region. I'm going to leave room at the bottom just in case the poll does change while I'm writing this, and then I'll cross it out emphatically. And because the moron who put this bracket together didn't know what he was doing, the 1 will play the 2 in the next round. So it's desserts, so let's not get all worked up about it. But that means that chocolate chip cookies and donuts, a clash of titans in the Classics bracket the next time we get back over here. What?
Paul Cupcakes is ahead now.
52 to 48.
Yes.
No way.
Yeah.
What should we do?
I think you should cross it out.
You think so?
I mean, we can't. It shows right there, 52%.
So this is going to be like a video review situation for the
like that
officials?
one yesterday.
We got to go look at the monitor.
Yeah.
It needs a replay.
We need a replay.
All
And just so
right.
you know, the D-backs are taking on Boston. There you go. I was like,
There
why
you
did I
go.
think about
The
it?
defending World Series champions. Who's counting?
Yeah.
Am I crossing this out then?
I don't know. You're the one that created the board. What's
You know,
the rules?
That's a good point. I can do whatever I want.
Why don't you just fill in the rest?
There's not a lot of realms in which I'm God, but this is one of them, Cupcake survives and advances!
Yes!
Oh no, it shifted again.
Oh no! Cross it out again.
They just both win.
Oh, Paul. What are you gonna
What do we do?
Make it
I need guidance.
make it a dough cup. A dough cake. I don't know. Make it both.
No, that's not going to work.
Oh my
Oh, man.
gosh. Well, it's back.
Donuts is back!
Oh my gosh.
All right.
This board has character.
We better end it before it switches
Show's
again.
over. I'm not
Yeah.
changing it again.
Yeah.
Sorry, cupcake lovers. I didn't mean to get your hopes up.
Well, that'll have a fun story when someone goes, why are there multiple things crossed out on that one bracket? Okay.
I apologize to anyone watching this who is very confused by what they just witnessed. And I don't necessarily mean the bracket challenge. I mean the entirety of the program.
It's a Monday.
It is what it is. This is the kind of stuff you get on the internet. So
Hey, we did okay. We talked about food, weather, March Madness, Vegas.
And if I may just steal the mic for a moment, 12 News is everything Arizona. We're taking you everywhere from A to Z, and this week we're so excited to feature Tempe.
Yes.
And so today we had a really cool, fun story. Me and Rachel Cole went into the Sleuth Box, which is like an escape room. So you could check that out on 12news.com. Just search for Everything Arizona, that tab, and we'll be compiling all these stories after they air. So tomorrow's a really fun one.
Okay.
Kind of a dirty jobs feel. I got suited up and went in the tank at Sea Life Aquarium and cleaned out the tank.
Oh, they made you do
and
the bad
I
work.
was doing some
Oh,
work. And then I
man.
went in another tank with the sharks, the zebra shark. And we,
Really?
She will come to a target, and I got to feed her. And yeah, so it was really cool. So that's going to be tomorrow.
And then you're going to be here with us live on Wednesday again?
And then I'll be here live on Wednesday. So we're going to be at Burst of Butterflies, where you could create all kinds of fun art and crafts. And so I think what I'm going to try to do is complete a masterpiece throughout today in AZ. So you'll
love it.
check in with me
Hey.
at the beginning, see where I end up at the end, and voila, hopefully I have not something that looks like your 3-year-old scribbled.
Speaking of the end, it's time to wrap up the show, guys.
Yeah.
One last word from Jim here. He says, this bracket is rigged. We need a 2-year investigation and word from the dessert commissioner. I will file my report, but the public doesn't get to see it. How about that? Donuts moving on. Congratulations, Jim. Your team is advancing.
Have a good day.
Maybe not call for the subpoena just yet. We'll see you tomorrow at 7:30.
See you at the D-backs game if you go.
Yeah.